a couple of things jump out from Drake Maye. Number one, for him, he's not exactly the wordiest guy, Keith. That was a bit of a meandering answer.
A little bit.
Number two, he runs off the podium. As far as I can tell, I didn't see it, but he's like, "Hey guys, thanks, go Pats, I'm out of here."
Go Pats.
No follow-ups.
No,
on Joe Milton.
About Joe Milton.
Well, Stacey did say last question.
He did, but like that's never prevented people before from being like, "Hey, here's one more." By the way, did you have any say in that, Drake? Like he was running away from any follow-up questions about Joe Milton.
But he wishes him well as a backup.
And then,
he can go compete to be a backup.
Then he said, did he say it's cool for him to go get a chance to be a backup somewhere?
Yeah, he could have been the backup here. Talking about
he was the backup.
He was legitimately the backup.
You'll get a chance to go hopefully be a backup and
hopefully be a backup.
Hey, things break his way. Maybe hopefully he's a backup.
Yeah, I mean he's got no chance of being a starter in this league. Hopefully he's got some chance of being a backup somewhere. Good for him. Really cool for him.
Milton was squawking about while he was here. He's like, I just really want to be a backup somewhere. Is that what got him traded, or did he want to be a starter? He's not even close to me.
Nick, one more time. That was good from Drake.
That was a good line.
You'll get a chance to go hopefully be a backup and
hopefully
if it all breaks right, hopefully he's a backup somewhere.
It's like I think they have two quarterbacks on their roster in Dallas, isn't he?
So I don't know. What do you choose to read into that answer? Like to me, he's definitely ready for some level of Joe Milton question. Yeah, we learned together. I texted him, by the way. He's fun. We had similar play styles. Cool to be in the room together. Yeah. I'm pulling for him. All this, so he was ready for it. I think.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
You need to be ready for it. You can't be Bill up there getting asked about Jordan, and your PR.
How'd you mean? I don't know. Don't ask me that.
We're not talking about that. So you can't be caught flat-footed. So good for him. He was prepared.
Yeah.
He ran away, literally ran off the podium.
Yeah, he's fast.
Avoiding any follow-ups.
He used his legs.
He moves very well.
Yeah, he does. He and Joe Milton have a similar game, he said.
But yeah, in there.
Which is even crazier. Like, wouldn't you want your backup quarterback to have a similar game as your starter? He even confirmed.
I read that the same.
We play the similar kind of game.
We play a similar kind of stuff. We had fun trying to out-throw one another. He's got a big arm,
Which proved he's never won the throw-off between he and Joe Milton, which is no shame. I think most guys wouldn't.
No, that's true.
But yeah, he was like, Joe can go be a cute backup somewhere.
So read into that. Read into that how you want. I mean, Drake said everything's good, texting him, pulling for him. But then, that one little line in there. I'm rooting for him to maybe
hopefully be a backup
if it all breaks right for him. Fingers crossed,
so
T's and P's. I'm hopefully that he'll be a backup somewhere.
Looks like Dallas, in addition to Dak Prescott and Joe Milton, also has Will Grier currently on their roster.
Nice.
Patriot legend.
Former Patriot on the roster.
Joe Milton should be able to defeat him.
He's on the roster a couple of times, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Grier? Yeah, probably.
Anything else jump out from Drake Maye? With the absence of two questions I wanted to hear, they finally got to Milton. Credit to Phil Perry. I was just wondering if anybody asked why he didn't talk to the media after the season ended. That was never asked. Where have you been, Drake? How come we haven't talked to you since before the final game of the season? And also, does he have any roster input? He didn't get asked that directly. He did get asked about Steph Diggs. Give a fun answer on that. He did say he has some input on the offense, but the absence of questions I wanted to hear outside of the Milton ones were the ones that jumped out.
We almost didn't get it. It was the last question.
Very last
finally
question.
Got a Joe Milton question in there. And it was a lot of off-season stuff. Somebody congratulated him on his engagement. So it was a lot of just whatever. I did like his line, though, about Steph Diggs. Just about, he grew up watching him. He had him on his fantasy team. He played with him in Madden. I think all that stuff's very relatable. So I like all that.
He had some line in there where he's like, he's played with a lot of quarterbacks. He knows what it takes. I'm curious to get his input. I'm like, you may be now.
Careful what you ask for.
You may be curious to get his input right now.
No, I'm telling you, though.
You may not feel that way in November.
I'm telling you, there is a honeymoon period, though, with Steph Diggs.
Yeah.
There is.
By about November.
He was the captain with the Texans last year. I did look.
He was.
Good
okay,
call.
confirmed.
Good call.
And he was good.
He was such a good captain, they wanted him back, right?
No, they
didn't. Drafted two new receivers and let him go. So he's such a good captain, they wanted him back.
Those Cyclones, they couldn't turn down the two Iowa State guys. They just draft both of them.
At least they had ACLs.
Did they trade for Christian Kirk, too?
Yes.
So they have Kirk. Wow. All right.
Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, two rookies out of Iowa State.
Tank?
Could have brought. Yeah, he's hurt. He's not going to be ready.
No.
I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
All right, well.
But they were so enamored with Steph Diggs' leadership.
Listen, I'm just saying
they changed the whole receiver room.
Well, they also fired their offensive coordinator, which was really weird.
No.
There's a story. Did we ever get that story? Not to go down that road, but Bobby Slowick was this hot head coaching candidate after 1 year with Houston. After year two, they fired him.
Yeah. I think they felt. I mean, the story as maybe there's more behind closed doors, but in terms of X's and O's, they fell in love with running the football, and it was run on first down, run on second down. C.J. Stroud's constantly in third and long. There must be more to the story. I'm with you on that.
It's just strange
because that's such a weird pivot,
right?
But there you go.
There's Drake Maye.
Drake Maye earlier today. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if he really focuses and really tries his best, someday Joe Milton can be a backup somewhere else. Not a starter.
Hopefully
with
the Cowboys. Maybe I'll run into him when he's holding a clipboard somewhere. Or maybe.
All right, something to read into there.
Yep.
We'll get back to Jordan, her real estate holdings. She is, now has quite the real estate portfolio.
Sure does.
How she's spending Bill's money. We'll give you